Alright, timestamp July 27th, 2025, right at 9 p.m. Gonna walk scrap, and I'm gonna probably take a nap. You wanna come out, old man? The old man's kind of got us worried. It's been extra mopey today and just doing the breathing hard thing a lot. Okay, Tiny's definitely been out here moving some stuff around, which that's okay. You've been moving stuff around for very good reasons, okay? Except you're making passageways more narrow. Stop doing that part. So when you start walking through here at night, it gets very complicated. And I'm like a blind man. Don't move the furniture around on me. Yep, just coming out of that new moon. You can see just that little sliver. It's what, waxing crescent? Mr. Gibby, is that right? Got a lot done. And it's another one of those situations where it doesn't necessarily look like I got a lot done, but I know what I did. I got a lot done. There's very clearly a great bunny chase going on. I think it bobbed, weaved, and you're now looking in the wrong place, buddy. That's okay. I don't want you to catch the bunny. It's good exercise for you. It's fun for you. And frankly, I think the bunny's having fun with you at this point. For what it's worth. Chili feedback. Tiny. Because we're trying to use up old cans of old stuff. Pulled out a couple cans of chili that had been here. I was like, you want to do chili? I'm like, yeah, okay. How many hot dogs should I put in here? 5? Chop up the hot dogs. Fry them up, get them a head start, pour the chili in. Oop, there's a mosquito. Smoked paprika. Great add to canned chili. Gives it a nice, sweet, woody kind of flavor. It's yummy. It's just a quick pee break. The computer was saying that the rain would end around 10 p.m., that it started around 9, but it did not actually rain here. I think that was just like Pasco County. As a whole, but we were in that dry pocket. Humid Florida summer, like this. That was in the middle of the kitchen floor. Come on, Scrap. Thank you. Okay. If you want a cookie, you gotta move. Yeah. So I didn't really get Okay. I like you. I'm going to give you a second one. These guys are small. There you go. So I didn't really get a packet together for the lawyer, but I isolated all, because I had 6 different stacks and crannies with, okay, you're just gonna be in my way while I try. You left Cookie on the ground. You are such a messy eater. But oh, that's where the vent is. Oh, that's nice. See the vent above me? It's not kidding. Ecstasy. I did not take any, saying the cold air. Never done that one, and don't plan on it. Weed back in the day. Did some speed back in high school here and there to help me through exams and stuff. I was trying to do too much a few times. Working 30 hours a week doing theater and being an honor student, that was, I did. Yeah, exactly. This guy with his timing. But I had 6 different locations. I'm talking about the present now, not my my drug-fueled childhood. I wasn't ever. But I had paperwork in 6 different locations tucked here and there, and I isolated it all pretty much to one location, so that hopefully if Pix comes over tomorrow, which I really need her to, because then we can go to the post office and drop things off. That would be cool. It's a matter of even getting with her and saying, these, scan them, because she has the scanner back at George. Scan these and send copies to the lawyer. These, we're going to mail these hard copies. We can kind of go through it together. I'm just going to stay under this vent for a minute. It's spectacular. Oh, man. I listened to 3 Hours of Safety twice while I was working and stuff. That sounds like a we need water hint. One of those fridge doors that kind of does the vacuum seal thing. Trying to open it with my pinky while holding the pitcher in the other 3.5 fingers is tricky. Oh, okay. Me strong can handle. So, got all the paperwork isolated, and I got the sandpaper the other day, and I wanted to see if it would actually work. Okay, so you can see it, yeah. This is sandpapered a little bit just to see if it would work. This is what it naturally came as. So yeah, that's, you can see on the box. It's kind of, what do you guys, how do you describe it? Actually do a description of it. No, not one that's really good with the whole words and stuff. What about you? Antique industrial bar stool. Yeah, we know that. Okay, so not helpful. Hopefully the picture is worth at least 10 or 20 words. But let me set this. I know you've always wanted a close-up of my armpit. Should have seen Rocky Horror. am. Ah! So, trying to get into that mindset of I need to make this house, because Mom is obviously not coming home unless she's here already, which I've heard a woman singing in the house twice, and it's not my kid or me. Of course, if she sees how much I'm changing things around here already, she might not feel like singing. I don't know, or maybe I don't know. I would like to think that she'd understand that my point here is I cannot live in their house. I can't live in a house that is their design, their decoration. I just can't. I have to make it something that won't, in which I can thrive. That is not a shadow of them. It's not I'm not trying to be disrespectful to them. I can't live their lives. I'm already cleaning up after their lives. I'd rather not live their lives as well. And that sounds bitter, I know. I'm trying not to be, but I'm going to spend a year or two cleaning up after things that you could have taken care of. It's profitable, but also prison sentencey. If you're in your 50s like I am, what have you, and you got kids that are in their 20s, 30s, and you've got a slop fest like we walked into, I'm doing me a favor because it doesn't benefit me at all. But do your kids a favor and don't keep just buying crap and hoarding and stuff like that. Take what do they call it? Is it Swedish death cleaning? I think it's Swedish death cleaning. Look it up. It's something that they do apparently in Sweden. The older people, 50s, 60s, 70s, they start thinning their possessions because, like the song from the Addams Family musical, death is right around the corner. It's cheery, right? It's a great Morticia solo. But it's Addams Family. What would you expect, right? Just don't leave a huge mess for your kids. Make a notebook with and put it in a safe deposit box or a safe or something like that, so that Joe Burglar or whatnot's not just going to happen upon it. Put all that sensitive information in it about bank accounts and whatever, just so that when it happens, because apparently death taxes, I've heard something about that, your kids have kind of a roadmap or a blueprint or something to go, okay, so they've got these 2 bank accounts, they've got this portfolio, and these vehicles, these properties, whatever, just so that they can look at it and go, okay, so we know what to show a lawyer, the lawyers, and get a will. You can get it done for a couple $100. Get a will, just to make it easier, so it doesn't go through probate or whatever your state does. Just, that's the one thing that, this sounds awful, everyone dies. It's the cheery side. That one Republican, Ernst or whatever, that was the wrong forum with which to deliver something like that. If you're doing stand-up, you can get away with that kind of crap. When you're supposed to be a decision maker helping people, probably the wrong tone. Just saying. But I would expect nothing less from that party. Let's think you really don't care. You're not paying me, those guys are paying me. So, yeah, make it easier on your kids. Because I'm going to probably, I know I'm going to spend a year here, if not 2. It's time that I didn't owe. But I have to do that to finalize anything and everything. whether we stay in this house or eventually sell it, no matter what, I've got to do these things. I don't have a choice. I have to do these things. And I can't live in a place that's 37 shades of brown. I just can't. I cannot. So I might have mentioned this before. If I did, I apologize for the rerun. But I want to redo at least the commons area, the kitchen, dining room, living room. Obviously, there's going to be kind of a mini arcade in the dining room. We've talked about this. Even to Pix, I've talked about this, and she's okay with it. But I'm going to be doing kind of ocean punk, not really a dark academia, but ocean punk academia kind of design flair. And my idea was I want to make this area look like, if you've seen Stardust, Captain Shakespeare, Bobby De Niro. Very interested in our world and jolly old London and all that kind of stuff. So the idea of what would it look like if Captain Shakespeare had like a little summer bungalow, a little summer retreat, you know, where maybe he has trappings and artifacts that he's gotten from different parts of the world that he has, you know, but that in that kind of color scheme, you know, the blues and the purples, and kind of what I'm going for with an aquatic ocean punk kind of bent. So I've got some various wall hanging type things that I'm going to be sanding and restaining in. I got a gray, it's a weathered gray stain, and I'm going to be redoing the stool tops, which have like kind of an ocean punk kind of look. If you could see it really well in the picture, you'll see it when I break them out and actually put them together, which will probably be in the next few days. But I want to try and stain the stool tops first, because that way I can assemble it and it's ready to go, and don't sit on that, because you know it's going to be an exercise in proctology, which if you're into that, but it's like I can make sure this particular video gets censored real quick if I go the distance with what I would be saying on stage right now regarding Knuckles and things of that nature. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. Brendan, if you ever see this, you know where I'm going. Oh yeah, Butterfinger. That's right. Thought my kid was coming out. That might be Scrappy chewing on a rawhide. Thought it might be doors opening, but I think it might be Sir Scrappy going to town on a rawhide. But yeah, I want to get the wood stained there first and sealed, so that I can put the stools together and they're a complete unit at that point. They come in, the stools come in a variety of colors in metal. They come in a variety of colors. Silver, blue, white, red. They've all got kind of an antique-y thing going on, at least if the picture was any indication. I haven't even pulled it out. All I'm doing is the tops right now. I got one silver and one blue, because I'm not sure which one I'm going to like. And I may, because I'm going to probably have 8 of them by the end of this, maybe 10. I don't know yet. For the arcade and or galley area around the bar and whatnot. Plus maybe, you know, because we're going to have some pinballs and some arcade games eventually. More arcade games. Not 20. I was kidding, honey. Man, the look on her face the other day. Just to recap, in case you didn't see that video, she mentioned to me about Zybots. She's like, eventually you're going to need to turn the volume down on that a little bit. It's a little distracting. I said, oh, yeah, no, I already plan on it. She's like, okay, good. I'm like, yeah, when I get 20 other games in here, it's going to get way too loud. I got to turn the volume down on that. And she just, the look she gave me was just so special. And then I said, honey, I'm kidding with you. I can't, I measured, I can't fit 20 in here. 12? Yes. 20? No. And the look continued, which made it all worthwhile. So, I don't know which one I'm going to like better, the silver or the blue. Or if it'll be, I like them equally, which is possible. But I could very easily, assuming that I get 8 total, I could very easily do 4 silver, 4 blue. If I like one more than the other, maybe I'll do 6 blue, 2 silver, If I really, really hate one of them, it may wind up, that one may wind up being in another room and I'll just get nothing but the blue or whatever. The white just didn't have the right look, and the red was way outside the color scheme. And I think there was another color that was like, whoa, no. It's like yellow or orange or something like that. I was like, nope, that's, with whites, grays, purples, blues, it was just a little too much contrast. I want something that's going to be more in the oceanic kind of color palette. I don't mind some contrast. I could do something, and there will be some things that are like coral color and things like that. Coral, that's Rick Grimes' kid, in case you're not sure. But, colors that might work with that kind of palette. But like bright orange or something. And I know with like some of the Miami and or Mediterranean, there are some like ambers and oranges that work really well with that, but it's not really the vibe that I'm going for. But yes, I've done color theory before. So I'm going to be, that's the kind of thing I enjoy doing, is like crafting. I love woodworking and staining, and that I do scratch build modeling and stuff like that. I love doing that kind of thing. I haven't had the time. I've got totes and totes full of like interesting bits and bobs from a scratch standpoint. I haven't had the time to do anything with them. I haven't. And every time that I do actually have that hour or 2 hour block where I could do some crafting, the area is so congested and, messed up that I can't get to my gear to do it. It's kind of frustrating. But we're working on that. That's part of the whole scheme of get ourselves to a place where we've thinned the herd, and when we want to do these things, we can. And there's a designated area that's not so cluttered and overrun with other crap that we can't. It'll be pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to that. It's being able to just create. Then I got to figure out how I can get theater back into my life. As you may have noticed this, I'm not actually shy. I love it. Love theater. Makes my soul happy. True story. I'm going to be taking a nap here pretty soon. I actually got up earlier than, I probably got 6-7 hours sleep instead of 8. And I know I got up a couple times during the night, so I didn't get I was shorted an hour or 2 sleep, and it was a little disjointed, so I got up, I was like, I could go back to bed, but I was like, no, I should really get up and get moving. And I'm glad I did. I got a lot done. Got dishes in the dishwasher, which should currently be drying, one would assume. And I got a few things I got to wrap up before I can actually, I'm noticing some things over here that I pulled out that I need to put in the appropriate tote, which, putting things away, they're labeled, they're on a shelf in a box with a label on it. Things are in motion. and a bunch more stuff for garage sales for my parents, boxed in the garage, kind of staged. Still have to go through and price. Got probably 12 or 20 lamps out there that Tiny pulled up from the bottom shelf of one of the storage things my dad built. I asked her to. It wasn't oh my god, these lamps. But they were like underneath a table that my dad built. He built a broad table with like a shelf underneath, and they were under on that shelf. And it was just, it's shadowy, and my back was hurting, and I'm like, can you pull these out so I can actually look at the damn things? Because there might be one or two that I might use in what I'm doing. Maybe. I don't know. But I need to look at them. They're on the front side of the table by the roll-up door, so I didn't shimmy down there to take a look at them yet. Probably look at them tomorrow. So I need to look at them and figure out, is this something that I would use in the decor that I am planning? Because if so, sandbag it back. Or if not, Google Lens it to figure out what the hell it is. Because here's the thing with just about everything here. Some of the stuff my parents have is dime store garbage. And some of the stuff my parents have here are older antique-y things. And sometimes it's hard to tell at a glance which ones are which. You know what I mean? Like they've got a pair of lamps in the living room that to me, not all that impressive. But I looked them up online and they're antique, mid-century modern, and they're worth like $300 for the pair. Like people are getting 150 plus per. It's like, okay, be nice to those, because they're worth a lot more money than I necessarily would have guessed. And then there's another lamp that I found, and I was like, this is kind of cool looking. And I looked it up, and it's like a $10. I think it's actually made of brass, but it's not old, not unique. It's just that, Okay. And that's the way it was. It's all true. So tomorrow I need to call, maybe Septic will call me, maybe they have completely and totally blown me off at this point. I don't know. I'm going to call the electrician that they recommended I call, because I figured they're used to their work at least. I can say, hey, I don't know if they're done, or I don't even know. No, they're not communicating with me, but I think maybe we're ready for you because of what I'm seeing out there. Can you come out and see if you can wire this thing up? And then if I still don't hear anything from the septic company, we'll just bury it ourselves. Apparently you guys aren't interested in following through with your clients here, so okay. Fine. Okay. Cool. And I do want to double check with the facility my dad's at, make sure that the bump on his head hasn't become anything more serious. I would think they would have called me, and I did check once and everything. They were like, no, he's fine. But I didn't want to call necessarily today because Sunday the nurses are there, but none of the hardcore medical staff, is there, because it's Sunday. We got to golf, man. Just kidding. I don't know if they're golfing or not. They're golfing. Make sure that Pix has stuff that she can scan and or email to the lawyers, and then the stuff that they need hard copies of, I'm going to be sending to the lawyers in like a express envelope, whatnot. She wanted it by August 1st, so if I send it out July 28th, they're local, so they should get it in a day or two. Everything should be fine there. I'll make it by the deadline, and everyone will be happy. One would hope. Anyway. go ahead and call it there. I've said everything I needed to say. Health check, I feel pretty good. And just for the coffee world out there, this is, I made another pot of the Harry and David butterscotch caramel. Anyway, that's what I got. Make it a great day.